What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have the ATP Rome coming up. Now I know Djokovic has just gotten defeated in the semi-finals by none other than Carlitos Alcaraz. Is that we have a thriller of Carlitos Alcaraz versus Zverev. Now, they've played once before, and I think Zverev won. So I'm pretty confident that Carlos will be able to do it. Judging on his form, he shouldn't be tired. I mean, after the questionably the biggest three-setter of his life yesterday, in the last 24 hours, he should be up and ready for a possibly three-set match against Zverev. Zverev's been under the radar this tournament. He's 13 from 13 on the main stage there at ATP Madrid. Can't remember the stadium, but 13 from 13 is the defending champion, as we know. And it'll be a very interesting match. Very keen to watch it. I do think Carlos will take it, though. Going into Rome. Now, Rome, we have wildcards Italian for a change. And I think there are some really good qualifiers as well. I know there's very good qualifiers that didn't quite get a wild card. Mario unfortunately withdrew from qualification, but however, here's the draw we've got so far. We've got some qualifiers playing later. We've got Karatsev versus Harris. Now, Karatsev should be the favourite here, but judging off this draw, I don't know about Karatsev. Harris has probably gotten more wins in the past 2 months than Karatsev has. And I know Harris is not really a clay courter, but I think it may be a bit more consistent. So for that reason, I'm going to go Harris. And we've got Coric versus Qualifier. Now, I've said the qualifiers are very good, so I'm very confident that some qualifiers are going to go through here. I'm going to put them in. Stan the Man versus Zelpelka. I think if Stan was playing against someone who they could get more free points from, I would go Wawrinka, but Opelka, too many free points on his serve, and Wawrinka is going to need to do a very big job if he can get a win here. Now, I don't know how Schwartzman and Kekmanovic has ended up in the same first round match of a 64-player tournament. Somehow, and I thought the odds would be a bit more in favour of Kekmanovic, given his form, and Schwartzman has not been in that great a form. So I'm happy to go Kekmanovic here. I think he might go far this tournament. Bublik, the man that can't play on clay, but and has actually stated that. I'm happy to go another qualifier here. The qualifiers are going to be very strong. Fokina versus Vashka, another first-round matchup. There are a few popcorn matches here. I'm happy to go Fokina here. I think Fokina will get the job done given his form. Ivashka fading in and out, can never guess. And we'll have John Isner going through here. Now Basilashvili and Evans. I'm happy to go with Basilashvili here. He had a great performance against Fognini, who he was far from favourite, and almost took a set off Carlos Alcaraz. So there we go. He was up. I think he was serving 5-4 in the second set. Losing the first set, so I'm happy to go here. Sonego versus Chapo. Toss of a coin here. Chapo has had a win under his belt. Sonego lost in the first round of, I believe, Madrid. But I'm happy to go Sonego here, given the crowd in Rome. I know Sonego loves to get behind the crowd, and Chapo sort of may get tilted by that a bit. Although Gelfand has had some great form, winning a tournament, I think Hurkacz will be the favourite here, and my favourite here. And I'm going to be going for a wild card here. Colella, I'm sorry, but I haven't heard of you before, but seeing Jensen Brooksby on clay is absolutely atrocious. To think he was even in a chance, I think it was against Agut last week. That was disgusting, like 6-love, 6-2. So I think Colella in Rome, maybe he can pull something special. Happy to go Korda here. I know they played in Monte Carlo and Korda got the win 6-4, 7-5. Botic, I think he's not injured. and there'd be a 50-50 match, but I'm happy to go with quarter. He might just have that bit extra, to bit of an extra flair that the Italians might get around. Going to Krajinovic TFO. Given TFO's clay form, I am going to pick him, but I wouldn't usually. Krajinovic, clay quarter, Serbian, but TFO just gives me that zazz, and I'm sure the Italians will get around it as well. Continuing the Italian route, happy to go Fognini here. I'm staying away from Team until he wins and beats someone in the top 50, really. His performance is just not quite there yet. I'm happy to go Fognini. Fognini could do something special here as well. Happy to go another Italian here. Geez, we've got a lot of Italians. My babies, Yannick Sinner against Pedro Martinez. And we're going to go with the favourite here, Corona Busta, against a quality clay opponent, Federico Del Bonis. Now, I'm not going to put the qualifiers through here. I think these guys will at least get through the first match. So we're going down again. Now, I have been putting the Italians through, but I don't think it's going to go here. I'm waiting for Garin to pull through. I have confidence in him. I actually did bet on him to a small stake in Madrid, $151 to 1 he was. And yeah, although that was maybe a bit of a silly bet, I am waiting for Garin to do something special. But he has the capability, but just seeing him on court is just atrocious. The way he played against Auger Aliassime, I think he lost 6-3, 6-1. Just seeing him tank it in the second set almost was really bad to see. In saying that, I'm picking him. Cilic versus Nicolo Apostolico and Nori against Luca Nardi. I'm not quite sure of these players, but I'm happy to go Cilic and Nori will be quite safe here. Now, another popcorn match. I love to see this on hard court, be a real fight. But I think even though Alex de Minaur reached a semi and almost beat Carlos Alcaraz, which is insane to think about, that he's been the closest to defeat him, saving 2 match points in his defeat over Alex de Minaur. But I think RBA on clay might just be a bit better here and might do quite well. Going with the Spaniard here, Ramos Vinolas. Paul just, I think, is going to have too many unforced errors and be happy to go Spaniard here, a bit more consistent. I know Ramos Vinolas can fade a bit, but he's been around the block a few times, so happy to go here. Or both these guys have. And just go qualified number 7. Be different. Going back up to round of 32, second rounds. We're going to have Djokovic Harris. This an easy one. I'm aware of Djokovic's fitness, but he should have a couple of days off here, so there should be no issue there. And going to qualify versus Opelka. Happy to have Opelka here. 3 points. Kekmanovic as well. Going down to Ivashka Fokina. Fokina Auger Aliassime. I'm actually going to have Fokina here. I'm not convinced on Auger Aliassime. I've been watching him closely, and people were saying, "Oh, suddenly he's good on clay," based on Madrid. But I'm not convinced. I think he's going to be a fade player, and I think he can do something special. You know, maybe in a tournament, or especially on the grass. He was great in the grass last year, and I've actually already placed something for him on Wimbledon as well. So, look, can't pick him on clay, but hopefully he'll be good on grass. Nadal Isner, great, probably one of the best second round matchups we've got. I can't see Isner going through here. Like, despite his serves, I think Nadal's just going to be a bit better here. Basilashvili versus Sonego. I'm happy to put Sonego here through here. I think Basilashvili may just not have the fight Sonego might have, given the Italian crowd. Basilashvili, I'm expected to fade a bit in that match if that is the second round match. Putting Hurkacz through, the serve play, he's not a bad clay quarter. He's shown us something. Now, Ruud quarter. Ruud has lost, I think, 50% of his matches. Lost 4 of 7 or something in the top 20 on clay, I think. So I'd be happy to go with quarter. But given this is a 50-50 matchup, and Ruud is probably going to be favourite either way, I'd be happy to go with Ruud here. Just thinking of the bracket. Rublev, TFO, they've had a bit of a fight before, like a good hustle, but I think Rublev will go through here. Same as Sinner. I think just because they're both Italian, Fognini, I just think will never be up there mentally or physically to Sinner, and Sinner will just punish him for that. Carreno Busta versus Khachanov. I think Khachanov will do well against the qualifier, but not quite enough for Carreno Busta. Similar to Dimitrov Tsitsipas, this is, I think, the third time they've played this year. I don't think Tsitsipas has lost a set against him. So happy to go through here. And he's just lost the semi-final as well against Zverev, but I'm happy to go. I'm happy to see him play here and make a play on him. Alcaraz versus Garin, I don't think that's a no-brainer. Unless Garin finds a switch that he suddenly has. I mean, it's against the best players that you'll sort of find those switches as well. So I'm happy to go for that here. Given we have Cilic Norrie, I'm actually going to go for Norrie here. Maybe surprising, maybe unsurprising, but Norrie just hits it a bit flat, and I don't think Cilic can get up on it enough. So we'll see how we go there. Just going with RBA and Ramos Vinolas. Much of the same, but I'll go for RBA and I'll go for Zverev here. So moving into the quarterfinals. Well, the round of 16, going for the quarterfinal spots. Djokovic Opelka. I think Djokovic will have it through. I don't see any reason why Opelka could have a chance. Not quite similar to Kekmanovic Fokina. I think there's a great chance for Kekmanovic to do something special here, and I think he will. Sonego, I think, will be down and out, but that would be a great match to watch, to see how Sonego plays with the crowd and how both these players interact with the crowd in an Italian packed stadium. We'll have Hurkacz and Ruud. I think Ruud's going to do it again. But that'll be as far as he goes, I think. That's as much as I'm willing to bet on him. Going Sinner Rublev. Both of these are in maybe 7 out of 10 form. But I think Sinner will have a better chance of getting through. But it's going to be a tough one for sure. I think we're going to see 3-setter, Italian crowd. I want Sinner to be like he was against Carreno Busta. That was fantastic when they played in India Wells or Miami. And I think a similar thing may event here. As long as Sinner does not get injured, then we are okay. Here we're talking about Carreno Busta. Possibility against Sinner, but I think Tsitsipas will just make it through here. And we have Alcaraz Norrie. Norrie won't be able to do anything there. This is dependent on how Zverev goes against Alcaraz. Zverev has a good record against RBA. And I think Zverev can go on a roll here. Even if he loses to Alcaraz, I think he can still go on a roll in his next tournaments. This may be something that's needed for him to just have that extra push here. And yeah, I think going to the quarterfinals, Djokovic, Kekmanovic. I'm going to go Kekmanovic here because I think Djokovic just may have a bit of a physical matchup against Opelka. Probably go 2 sets still, but I think Kekmanovic might be able to do something special finally. We've been waiting for him to make this breakthrough, and maybe this is it here. Going through Nadal, Ruud. I've already said Ruud, that's enough. Going to the second half of the draw. Tsitsipas is playing well. I'm happy with him. Although Zverev beat him today, or yesterday, I'm happy to put Tsitsipas through it. I think he's still pretty faultless. And Sinner, question marks. Even though he's my favourite player, there's question marks, and that's what I got to stay away from there. Rolling into Alcaraz Zverev again. I'm going to go Alcaraz here because even if Alcaraz loses to Zverev in the final, I think Alcaraz and Zverev, Alcaraz might just have a bit of a better opposition. Sorry, what am I saying? Alcaraz might just have a bit more drive to go through here. Going up to the top again, we've got Kekmanovic and Nadal. I think it was like 6-1, 7-5 when they played before. So I'm going to go Nadal here. And look at this. We've got another Spanish final. I think Alcaraz can make it 4-0 against Tsitsipas. I don't think Nadal's going to be able to beat Alcaraz anymore. I think Alcaraz is going to do it again. I think he's got the legs for it. I can't see him getting injured anytime soon. And I'll say 3 aces. And we'll go 2 hours, 12 minutes. And there we have it, guys. The ATP Rome event. Enjoy.